Okay, the session is from nervous to next level with Sir Jeremiah today. Hello, sir.
Hi, hi. Hi, everyone. Excited to be here.
Okay, Sir Jeremiah, please introduce yourself, like what background and yeah,
Okay, okay. Thank you. Who's your name anyway? I forget.
other Shakila.
Shakila. Okay, thank you, Shakila. Okay, good morning, everyone. How are you today? Feeling good? I hope you guys feeling good. And I have to say, I'm genuinely excited to be here with all of you. It's such a great moment for me to able to share a little bit about my journey, what I love, what I have learned along the way, especially when it comes to communication skill. Before we dive in, let me introduce myself. My name is Jeremia Lumbantobing. I graduated from Pajajaran University in Bandung and majoring in law. Sounds serious, right? But somehow, life has other plans. Instead of wearing a suit and working in court, I ended up in the creative world. I started my first business in the creative industry and later expanded into the property, but still with a creative touch. I'm currently the CEO of Extravaganza Group, which I have led since 2016. Under this group, we have three companies. Basically, the first one is Extravaganza Event Organizer, and the second one is the Moment Planner, which is focused on wedding planner, and the third one is Sensation Entertainment, which is focused on music entertainment. I'm also the Chief Marketing Officer of Philosophy Group. Uh, this business basically a creative agency that's been helping companies with branding and campaign since 2017. And just recently in August 2025, by the grace of God, my partners and I launched a new venture called Vara. It focuses on property basically, but from a creative perspective. So the basic business is we rent and manage spaces designed for events. So basically, it's property meets creativity. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Basically, I'm not an expert. I'm definitely not smarter than any of you here. I just jumped into this business and came a little bit earlier. The business work forced me to learn how to communicate effectively with clients, partners, teams, and even with myself. So, and today I'd love to share some of those lessons with you about how communication can turn nervousness into confidence and the confidence into leadership. So that's the introduction of myself.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. It's meaningful. Then it's amazing, guys. And maybe uh, let's give one more round of applause for Sir Jeremy. And now let's dive into our session. Maybe yeah, can we can okay, so no, let's dive into our first session. So please enjoy the event, guys.
So thank you, Sakila. So I can jump into the presentation basically.
Yeah, yeah, so Jeremy,
Okay.
sorry, yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, hi everyone. I hope like this session not boring, yeah. I hope you can enjoy the session. And anyway, in the middle of this presentation, I will give two of the students like go pay for coffee anyway. Uh, I really want you guys to be have like a discussion with me, so just wait until the middle and the end of the presentation. Okay, let's jump to the theme for today's subject is empowering the next generation of leaders through effective communications. It sounds big, right? But it's also very real because no matter what fields we are in, communication is the foundation of leadership. And that's why the subtitles say from nervous to next level. Because let's be honest, we all have been there. That moment when you have to speak, your start, bit sweaty, your heart starts racing, and your mind sometimes just blank. I've been through that many times, but I've learned that being nervous doesn't mean you are not enough. It simply means you care. And beautiful thing is the energy that nervousness can actually be transformed into confidence, connection, and even leadership. So today I want to share some stories, insights, and a few lessons I have learned, not from the theory, but from experience basically, about how communication can truly take us from nervous to the next level. So, next slide, please. Um, Next slide. Can you help me, guys? Okay. So let's start with the power of communication. First, communications is what shapes leadership. If you think about any great leader, whether it's in business, in politics, or even your own community, there's one thing they all have in common. They know how to communicate effectively. Second point, every great leader is a great communicator because leadership is not just about giving directions, it's about inspiring people, aligning visions, and building trust. And the way we do that is through communication. And the third point, here's the truth most of us didn't start with confidence, most of us started with fear of being judged, fear of being making mistakes or fear of not being enough. So, I have a question. Who here has ever felt nervous before speaking in public? Maybe I'm the first person will raise my hand because even before I started this presentation, I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, but that's normal. Even experienced speakers still feel it sometimes. The difference is great communicators learn how to turn that fear into fuel. They understand that communication isn't about being perfect, it's about being present and authentic. And that's what we are going to explore together today how to move from nervous to the next level by understanding the real power of communication. Next slide, please. We are jumping into the slide three. Now let's talk about something that we all experience. Yeah, we talk about nervousness. Okay, here's the truth. Feeling nervous doesn't mean you are weak. In fact, it usually means you are caring. It means you care about doing a good job, about delivering value, about being understood. So, that feeling, the racing heartbeat, the sweaty hands, is actually your body saying this matters. So, if you haven't, you haven't had the nervousness, it means sometimes that you are not responsible. Okay, and nervousness is not a weakness. Basically, nervousness is awareness. Okay? It's your system preparing you to perform, to pay attention, and to be fully alive in that moment. So, our goal is not to eliminate fear, because honestly, if you are waiting to feel zero fear before speaking or leading, you will never start. The real goal is to channel it, to turn that nervousness energy into presence, passion, and also focus. One of my favorite quotes says, confidence is not the absence of fear. One more time, confidence is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. That means confidence doesn't come with the fear disappears. Confidence comes when you learn to work with the fear. Okay, one more time. I will repeat this. Confidence doesn't come when the fear disappears, but confidence comes when you learn to work with the fear. So when you use that energy to connect, to express, and to lead, it will turn your fear to confidence, basically. So, next time you feel nervous before speaking, instead of saying, I am scared, try saying, I am ready, because that's exactly what your body is trying to tell you. So, we jump into the next slide. So, we need to ask ourselves, so why do we actually feel nervous? Why does something as simple as speaking in front of people makes our heart race like we are being chased by a tiger, maybe? Well, it's because, in a way, our brains thinks we are. When we stand in front of an audience, our brain sees it as a potential threat. It triggers what scientists call the fight, flight, or freeze response, the same survival instincts that protected our ancestors thousands of years ago. This is a bit theoretical. But then, being watched by a large group of people probably meant danger, maybe a predator or enemy tribe. So our body learns to react, to get alert, to protect itself. That same instinct still lives in us today, even though the threat now is just other people's opinions, basically. That's where the fear of judgment or rejections come from. We worry, what if I say the wrong thing? What if they don't like me? And our brains interprets that emotional risk as physical danger. But here's the empowering part. Once we understand that this is just a biology, we can take back control. You can say to yourself, okay, my body is just doing what it's trained to do, but basically I am safe, I'm prepared, and I am ready. Understanding it helps us manage our fearness, because awareness turns fear into focus. And that's where the confidence begins. Next slide, please. Okay. Now that we understand what's going on in our brains, let's me move to the first real step. This is the first real step, reframing our mindset. So, if we want to be a good speaker or communicator, we have to reframing our mindsets. Most of the time, when we are about to speak, our brain instantly asks, what if I fail? Just be honest. Everyone feels that way, right? What if I forget my words? What if people didn't like it? And that's exactly what makes us tense, right? But what if we change the question? Instead of what if I fail, try asking what value can I deliver? That single shift change everything, because now it's no longer about fear, it's about purpose. Focus on the message, not on yourself. When you speak to serve, not to impress, one more time, when you speak to serve, not to impress, your energy becomes different. It's calmer, more genuine, and people feel that authenticity. Remember this: purpose gives clarity, and clarity builds confidence. When you know why you are speaking, the how becomes much easier. Most of us started from how I tell this uh, present or how I present this subject, but they forget to why I present the subject. So we need to change it. We started from why I want to communicate this subject instead of how. Because before every presentation, you need to remind yourself, I'm not here to prove myself. I'm here to provide value. Okay, next slide. Okay, now we have talked about mindset. Let's go to the second step, practice with purpose. Here's the thing, most people practice but not effectively. So we are gonna find out how we practice effectively. Okay, basically, most of people try to memorize every single word, and the panic and then panic when something doesn't go exactly as planned. That's not practicing the message. That's practicing the fear of forgetting. Okay, one more time. I'll repeat this. Most people, they memorize every single word and then panic when something doesn't go exactly as planned. That's not practicing the message, that's practicing the fear of forgetting. So, instead, rehearse the message, not the script, because you can forget the script but not the message, right? Understand your key points and the flow of your story. That's what makes your delivery sounds natural and confident. And please, you need to practice out loud, not in your head. Most of us, maybe, we try to practice, but in our head, we not practice our communication skill out loud. When you hear your own voice, basically, your brain starts building familiarity. It's like training your muscles, you know. You cannot get stronger by thinking about push up. You need to do a push up itself. It's the same thing with communication. You need to speak aloud. You cannot just think because it will not uh, enhance your communication skill basically. So another great tip is record yourself. Watch your tone, your energy, your facial expression. It might feel weird at first, but that's how you will grow faster than 90% of people. Because here's the truth, preparations is a confidence amplifier. The more prepared you are, the less room fear has to take over. Confidence doesn't come from a talent. Confidence doesn't come from a talent. It comes from a repetition with purpose. So you need to repeat it so that you can be a confidence communicator. Next slide. Okay, so we jumped into the third step, presence over perfections. Here's something I've learned the hard way. Audience doesn't connect with perfect speakers. Okay? They connect with the real one. You don't have to speak flawlessly. You just have to speak authentically. Okay? Perfection often creates distance, basically. People feels like, wow, they are so polished. I could never be like that. But authenticity builds connection. When you are real, when you smile, when you stumble a little bit, but keep going, that's what makes people lean and listen. So instead of focusing on performing, focus on being present. Okay? Listen to your audience, respond to their reactions, and most importantly, breathe. Because when you are calm, your message flows naturally. Remember this, your presence speaks louder than your words. People will not remember every sentence you say, but they will remember how you made them feel. One more time. People will not remember every sentence you say, but they will remember how you made them feel. So show up fully, not perfectly. Next slide, please. Okay. Now let's move into one of my favorite parts, leadership through communication. We have talked about communication, but we are gonna connect it to the leadership. Okay. First, remember this: communication is leadership in action. Leadership isn't about your title of your or your position. It's about how you influence, how you connect, and how you move people through words and actions. Okay, every time you speak, whether it's to your team, to your friends, or even like this online, you are a leading person. Second, great leaders don't just talk; they inspire. Basically, they don't fill the room with words; they fill it with meanings. Think about the leaders who inspired you. Okay, chances are it wasn't just what they said. was how they made you feel seen, made you feel heard and motivated. The third, empower others through empathy, clarity, and vision. Empathy helps you understand people. The clarity helps you guide them, and visions give them something to believe in. And when you combine all of these three aspects, you are not just communicating, you are creating movement basically. And finally, every conversation is a chance to lead. It doesn't have to be on a big stage. It could be a meeting, one on one chat, or even a message you send, because leadership starts in the smallest moment. So it doesn't have to be like in a big stage that you can be a leader. Start from a smallest moment when you speak to others, when you choose to communicate with purpose and heart. Next slide. Okay, now let's talk about what it really means to be a communicative leaders. This is like three habits of communicative leaders. Basically, because being good communicator isn't just about talking well, it's about connecting deeply and leading effectively. First, they listened to understand, not to respond. Most people listen just to reply, but the real leader, they are already forming their next sentence uh, to give a good response, basically. So, great leaders mostly paused. They lean in, they make people feel heard first. And that's powerful because when people feel understood, they open up, they trust, and they follow. Second, they simplify complex ideas into actionable clarity. Anyone can make things sound complicated, but real leaders make things clear. When your team or your partners leaves a meeting, they shouldn't be confused. They should know exactly what to do next. Clarity turns communication into executions. The clarity turns communications into executions. And the third, they inspire confidence through consistency and authenticity. People don't follow the loudest voice, they follow the most consistent one. Be the same person on stage, in meetings, and in private. That's what builds credibility. And finally, their communication builds culture, not just compliance. They don't just tell people what to do, they help people believe in why they do it. Because culture isn't built through commands, right? It's built through conversation. So if you want to grow as a leader, start by growing as a communicator. Next slide. Now we are coming to the final part, basically from nervous to the next level. So here's the step. First, step beyond your comfort zone. That's where growth happens. You will never feel ready to speak or lead, and that's okay. I feel that the same way too, anyway. Growth doesn't live in comfort, it lives in the stretch. Every time you step up to speak, even when even when your heart racing, you are training yourself to level up. Second, channel nervous energy into enthusiasm and focus. Nervousness and excitement actually feel the same in your body. Yeah, your heart beats faster, your palms sweat. The only difference is how your brains label it. So basically, uh, it feels the same in our body. It's just different in our brains because our brains labels it differently. Okay, so instead of saying I am nervous, trying saying I'm excited. That one word can transform your entire energy. Okay. Third, celebrate small wins. Confidence compounds. After every presentations, meeting or pitch, take a moment to appreciate what went well because confidence isn't built in one big moment. It's built through a series of small victories that stack over time. So instead of you think about what's bad in that page or presentation, change it into what's good so that you can build your confidence. And finally, uh, speak not speak not for perfection, but for progress and impact. Okay, you don't need to be flawless. You just need to make a difference. Each time you speak with authenticity and intention, you're not just communicating, you are evolving. So take that nervous energy, step into it, and let it take you to your next level. So, next slide. Before we wrap up, I want to pause and I want to ask have a reflective moment. We have talked about a lot of we have talked about mindset, about practice and presence. But now let's make it personal because real change starts when we take what we have learned and connect it into our own experience. So I would love to hear from you. Basically, there's in the screen we have like two questions. The first one: what's one fear that holds you back when you communicating, and how can you how you can transforms it into strength? These two questions, I really want one of the students maybe can share their experience. Can we choose two students who can share their experience? I will give like GoPay valued 150,000 rupees. Yeah, it's okay. It's enough for buying a coffee. Maybe there's like students want to share what's the fear that holds you back when communicating, and how can you transform it into strength. Is there any students want to jump in with me to discuss about these two questions? Is it possible to do anyway?
Yes, sir, it's possible. Maybe we can read the comment for the
Mhm.
question.
Yeah. So anyone of you guys want to share? Uh, is it possible if we invite them in this meeting, just 2 person or 1 person? And if you brave enough to share what's your fear and how you can transform it into strength, I will give like 150,000 go pays. Yeah, it's enough for make buy a coffee anyway. So that we can more relevant. It's just not about me. Is it possible? But if not possible, it's okay. Maybe I can continue. But it's possible. It would be nice anyway.
Okay, guys. Please open your Instagram, set Bizel, and uh, you can guys click the WhatsApp number in the link bio.
Okay. Uh, I'm reading the comment right now while we're
Okay.
waiting. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of like funny experience. It's from Rafi Brilliant. When I am presenting the material, I usually feel that my tongue is not synced with what I want to say. I feel the same way too. Yeah. Sometimes our brain and our tongue is not connecting. But I want you guys to share it live in this Google Meet. So, is there anyone want to join me? Lumayan, beli coffee, 150 rupiah, 150,000 rupiah to go pay. Anyway, is it possible to do? Shakila, can we introduce them to this meeting? Just one or two?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
okay. I'm waiting here. So I'm still reading the comment in YouTube.
No,
Sometimes just seeing people face or reaction would fear me out. Yeah, sometimes just seeing people face or reaction would fear me out. It's from Satprim. While we waiting, yeah, you know how I always handle this. I always looking for a smiley person to make me confidence instead of sees like uh, people face that feels like not supported me. You find out the smiley person in that room. It will helps you to build your confidence basically.
Yeah, guys. If you want share the sharing about yeah, sharing about your
Experience maybe.
yeah your experience, you can guys send to WhatsApp Setzel guys. Ayo, come on. We can get saldo go pay guys.
Saldo
Or
Gupta, yeah, 150,000 rupees. You can make like three Starbucks coffee with that.
maybe I can, sir. I wanna share.
Oh, yeah,
I wanna say.
it's okay if you want
Oh,
to
it's
share.
okay. That's
It's
okay.
okay. It's okay. Okay, let's hear from Shakila. So Shakila, what's one fear that holds you back when you're communicating? And according to you, how can you transform that fear into strength? Okay, please, Shakila.
Oh, no. I mean in the text,
Oh,
right?
the text.
Yeah.
No, I want to basically the students can join this meeting. Basically, they can try to speak as well.
In
But is
Google
it
Meet.
possible? Or there is no students want to join this money? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Exactly. This is like I read the comment from Kishan Mantiri. How can I join? I assume Kishan Mantiri won't join this, so you guys can chat to your group WhatsApp, right? So that the committee can invite you to join this meeting. I really want you guys to share what's make you fear and how can you transform it into strength. Okay, nice. Okay, okay, interesting. Yeah, I love this. I hope we can have like an offline class one day. Yeah, we can learn how to communicate with a direct practice. Are you guys agree?
Agree, sir, of
Agree,
course.
yeah. If you guys agree, I will make a proposal to President University so that we can make an offline
Wow,
course for you
really,
guys.
really, sir. Yes, sir. Please, the
Agree,
comment
agree,
said
agree. Half agree, half no. Why? Why no? Okay, okay. We are started from Abdan, I
Okay.
assume. Okay,
So
Abdan,
I'm done. Yeah.
please.
Uh,
What's one fear that holds you back when you are communicating in presenting, maybe, or in 101s, or in presenting in your class? And usually, how can you transform your fears, your nervousness into strength? Please share to us.
okay, this are my voice is heard well.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, before it, I want to introduce myself first. You can call me Raja, sir. I the call of my friend like that, and I will maybe I just share my experience at vocational school. At one time, I'm be MC or master ceremonial at one event that it's a lot of people, sir. It's like 100 or something, 100 something thousand people. And then it's my first time to be speak at that a lot of people. So I really nervous and I preparing my word, but it's not speak well, sir. So how I transform it to my strength is I learn a lot of improving, sir. That so I know what words that I have to say or what word can change the script, and I still can communicate with the audience well. So I'm not look that bad in the front of people like that, sir. So I change or I change my what do you call it, kekurangan, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I change that to my strength with improving in Indonesian. I still learning too for English, sir.
okay. Basically, anyway, just a little bit of sharing. Even though for today's presenting, I feel very, very nervous because it's not usual to me to like presenting in English, but I prepare a lot for this class. And uh, as I said before, we don't need to be perfect. Basically, we just need to be present. We need just to be authentic, so that people can feel the genuine version of us. Basically, so
Yes,
uh, for you, if that happens again, you don't need to memorize the words like I said before, but you need to memorize the message that you want to share. Okay, share it by your way, and by the time I believe that you will find out your authentic of you in conversation. So
okay, I
that's,
heard.
yeah, so that's from me. Any other thing that you want to share with us?
I think it's enough for my experience, so the author can share their experience too, sir.
Okay, thank you, Abdan.
Thank you so much too, sir.
Okay, nanti basic kok nanti. Okay, for committee, please write down the number of Abdan. It can be for GoPay, it can be for OVO. Just tell me, I will send the the amount of money after this
Money,
meeting.
money, money, sir.
After that, I will reimburse it to the committee.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Teacher
Raja look
Ramya.
like
you.
happy, sir. Raja look like happy.
Okay.
Of course,
So
of course.
next, I thought this like, oh, Roberto.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
All right, thank you, sir. Before I will start with my weakness or what I'm going to answer, allow me to present myself first. So, my name is Robert Suarez. You can call me Junior. I am from Timor Leste, or abroad, and I am from class 8 IR batch 2025.
Ya dibacain aja.
Okay.
Basically, one fear that holds me back when I'm speaking in public is misunderstanding between me and the person whom I'm speaking with. So
Okay.
I will take back to my experience in 2019. That was the first time that I was elected as a delegate from the United Nations to represent my
MUN.
country in
MUN.
the summit. It's
Hmm.
called Asian Youth Summit,
Okay.
wherein countries from Asia meet together. In
Okay.
that time, we had to present a project about peace. So that was my first time going abroad, and I was just 17 years old. I've never been alone, and I was really afraid to choose my words when I was speaking.
Oh, wait,
But
wait, wait,
then,
wait.
after some
Roberto,
time,
Roberto, wait. Gama, Gama, please mute your mic because we can hear you speaking. Okay.
yeah,
Roberto, I'm
so
sorry, I cannot hear your voice because they're so loud. Can you repeat it again? I'm sorry.
no worries, sir. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay. Please.
Yeah, so when I was back in the summit, we
Mm-hmm.
had to present like a peace project wherein I was a representative of the UN of our country. And
Okay.
I was just 17 years old, and I didn't know what to do actually. I was like, oh my God, what word am I going to use? What word am I going to say? I'm afraid that there will be misunderstanding between me and the other delegates. But then after some time, I've learned that my fear shows that I care of something I'm doing. It's
Yes,
my
exactly.
responsibilities. Yeah, it's my responsibilities and what I'm going to say and what going to do. So
Yeah.
I believe that whatever I'll say is like a message that will reach to the others. They will understand. That's why I'm feeling nervous or I'm feeling that kind of fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead of seeing it as a weakness, I will start to turn it into a strength. And I
Right.
remind myself that communicating isn't just being about perfect, but it's about being real, being
Yeah.
someone who you are. Yeah.
Wow, I
So
fully agree. You already can be a speaker in this presentation.
I was nervous when I was about to join the Google Meet with you, actually, sir.
Why? Why?
Uh, I don't know.
Ah, you lie, you lie.
Basically,
Bro, you're
you're a
so
good
good.
communicator. The fact
Yeah.
that you can present your fairness and you can't, assess that fairness systematically.
Yeah.
It's a good thing,
Thank you,
basically.
sir.
So I want to give you some advice.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
I love that you are uh, quiet, realize that basically fairness means that we are care. I have told you before in my presentation, but to upgrade your skills, uh, the role of empathy plays a very good role in communication, basically. So uh, empathy is absolutely essential, especially when you're communicating or leading diverse team. Okay, because when we are talking, if we are joining like MUN, Model United
Yeah.
Nation, and everything, there's a lot of diverse people from
Yes, sir.
every area. Yeah, when you lead with empathy, you are not just hearing people. Basically, communicating is not just uh, speaking; it's about hearing people and understanding them. It's a communication as well. It's not about you always speak, but when you are listening, you are communicating as well. So you recognize that everyone's come from different backgrounds, experience, and perspective. So that awareness helps you communicate in a way that's respectful, inclusive, and motivating. And one more time, it's not just about speaking, it's about listening and understanding. So I think you will be okay with that as long as you can, make your empathy deeper than before. It would be nice for you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Roberto. It's
Thank
nice.
you, sir. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Next. Okay.
You
Roberto
said
is a
that
basketball player.
yeah, Roberto said that you have a nervousness about how to pitch, but directly, actually, when you're talking before, it's very, very good in front of 100 of people in our YouTube channels. It's very, very good, Robert.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
also thank you to Mr. Jeremiah. he already shared some insight about how to speak, how to speak naturally, calmly, perfectly in front of a lot of audience. And maybe that's the second person that share their own story. We have the last one, which is so we have three person that sharing their story. The last one we have Imade Satria Prima Arta. So please kindly open your camera, Imade, and directly share your own stories about your nervousness maybe, or what kind of experience that you have in presenting, pitching, yeah, to Mr. Jeremiah. Please kindly share your story. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, hi Mr. Jeremiah.
Hello. So
Hello, my
what can I
name.
call you? Made Satria?
Yeah, Made is like the basic Balinese name,
That is
so you
okay.
can call me Satria or Satrim. I was in YouTube comment.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Satria. I see you.
So,
You're very active. Okay.
yeah.
Please share your
Um,
thoughts.
okay, sure. So, I'm very agree from what you have said before about how communication is like about being present. Because when I think about the word present itself, when we are in a very basic presentation assignment, people like me, for example, or maybe all of us, trying to be perfect in the presentation, trying to be scripted, trying to be deliver as much material as possible. But when we heard again the word presentation, I think I just come a new idea like it's about presentation, present. It's about present, how to be present. So that's
Yes.
why it's not perfectation, and
Yes.
that's the most experience that I've come in my class and my classmates. We are trying to be perfect, but when we are in front of it, just one single blank, we already forget what we want to say. For example, I
Yeah.
think that's the experience that's gonna be relatable for all of us. What do you think, sir, about that?
Okay. So, basically, thank you so much for sharing that. It's not a perfectation, but it's presentation. I love that quote. Anyway, I will use that for the next presentation of mine. But anyway, great. That's a great story anyway, and one that really goes to the heart of today's theme. A communicator becomes authentic and inspiring when their words, intentions, and actions are aligned. It's not about sounding perfect or using a perfect phrase or words, but it's about being real. Okay. So people can feel it when you speak from honesty and experience rather than trying to impress. So authenticity starts with self-awareness, basically knowing your values, your story, and what you stand for. When you share your message from that place, even small words carry weight. The most important thing is the message, the value, and who you are, and the real you. But it doesn't mean you are not. Uh, but it doesn't mean you don't need to rehearse. You still need to rehearse, but it's not about a perfect words. It's about how you present yourself. You present the message. It's more important. So it's for me.
Okay, I'm very agree with you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Satria. Nice to know you anyway, guys. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
so
That's
yes,
such a good point. Yes, sir. I love that.
yeah,
And thank you so much for sharing the tip. I think a lot of us here can totally relate to that situation, right? So maybe, sir, can please you continue with the material that
sure.
will be present?
Sure.
Thank
So
you.
thank you. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Can I continue?
Sorry. So maybe before we are continuing to our materials, for all of you guys that already share your own experience, you can guys directly chat to our admin, WhatsApp admin, your uh, GoPay number, since Mr. Jeremiah Lumban Tobing would provide you a gift after you guys sharing your own experience. So you guys can please directly send us about your GoPay number so we can approach you directly. Thank you so
Okay.
much, guys.
Yeah. It could be
Yeah.
GoPay, it could be OVO or Dana, whatever you like. I'll send it to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
committee, I will reimburse it to you. Yeah. Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want send, I will send my GoPay.
You need to share something about yourself anyway. But okay, let me continue.
Okay.
There's three people who have shared their stories and experience. The fact that you have shared it, it means that you are able to overcome your fearness basically. So as we are coming to the end of our session, let's wrap up with few key takeaways. Basically, um, okay, key takeaways. Yeah, the main points I hope you will remember after today. First, nervousness is natural. Basically, transform that nervousness into purposeful energy. Feeling nervous doesn't mean you are not ready. Okay, feeling nervous doesn't mean you are not ready. It means you care. So instead of fighting it, channel that energy into passions and focus. Okay, second, confidence grows through preparations and presence. Okay, you don't wake up confident, you build it. Every time you prepare intentionally and stay present in the moment, your confidence compounds. Third, Authentic, authenticity outweighs perfection. People do not connect with perfect speakers. They connect with real ones. Your flaws, your honesty, your genuine delivery, that's what makes you memorable, not your perfect words. And finally, communication is the bridge between leadership and influence. Okay? The more clearly and compassionately you communicate, the stronger your impact becomes, whether in business, whether in a relationship or leadership. So remember, you don't have to be fearless to be effective. You just have to be intentional. That's how you move from nervous to next level. One more time. Remember, you don't have to be fearless to be effective or to be an effective communicator. You just have to be intentional. That's how you move from nervous to the next level. As we close, I want to leave you with this thought. Last slide. Your voice is your leadership instrument. It's not just about speaking, it's about connecting, inspiring, and empowering. Use your voice with purpose because words can move people. Use it with presence because your energy shapes the room. And use it with authenticity because the words doesn't need more perfect speakers. It needs the real ones. Remember this? The next generation of leaders are not defined by how loud they speak, but by how deeply they connect. So, wherever you go after this, in your work, in your community, your everyday conversation, speak with intention, lead with empathy, and let your voice make a difference. Thank you so much. It's been an honor to share this moment with you today. I'm Jeremy Almantobing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Jeremiah,
Thank
for that
you.
insightful session. I really relate to everything he shared, like especially the part about being nervous but still showing up anyway.
Yes.
Sometimes we think being confident means not feeling nervous, but actually, confident is that you build while feeling nervous, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we will now continue with our Q&A segment. Uh, for of you guys who have question, please can you use chat comment and I will read your comment. Okay, sir. From handle from handle.
I see.
I don't know is he or she, but Sometimes when I'm doing presentation and nobody giving any reaction, my mind always said, "Did I make mistake?" Mm,
Okay. So the question is, did I make mistake?
yeah, did I did mistake?
Okay. Can I directly answer for that question?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. It happens a lot of time with me personally, but basically sometimes maybe we cannot read our audience. We face a lot of typical of audience. But here's the thing: maybe you're not make a mistake, but you are not able to empathy enough to see your audience. Okay, so I will repeat about the empathy. I've write it down anyway. Empathy anyway is absolutely essential, especially when you're communicating and leading with different kind of people. Basically, in one room we can face a different kind of people. So the first thing that you need to learn before you're speaking in front of people, you need to know uh, the people itself. What's the behavior of them? What background are they into, and everything. So that the way you speak, you can connect the way you speak to the audience that you speak to, basically. So you're not make a mistake about your presentation maybe, but the mistake is about your preparation because you don't understand and knows enough about your audience. Maybe that's the question of that concerns from me.
Okay, we will read for the next question. Ready, sir?
Ready?
Okay, from Rizky Fatahila. Anyway,
Basically.
I think he's my friend. Sir.
Okay.
He asked, so when I speak, sometimes filler words come out and suddenly the conversation doesn't make sense. That's when I started taking notes so I could remember what was being said and I also participated speaking first.
Okay. Can you repeat the questions?
Uh
Where's the?
Maybe the question sometimes filler words come out and suddenly the conversation doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
Maybe that's the question.
Okay. So basically, when you're speaking, you have spoken confidently, but at the end, uh, in in uh, in one moment, it doesn't relevant anymore. Basically, like that, yeah. Okay. Uh, the thing is because you are not focused on the message that you want to tell. Most of us, when we are speaking, we speak as we want to speak. We are not speaking to the message that we need to deliver to the audience. So to overcome or to fix this problem, I think the best way, yes, you have did the right thing. You take a notes and focus on the point that you want to share. Don't go beyond that because I did that too in the first place when I do a presentation because I'm a talker anyway. I like to talk and talk. So at some point, I don't know what's the point I am talking. So we need to back to the message that we want to share. So that's the answer to that question, maybe.
Okay, thank you, sir. And maybe it's for Abdan Shakura.
Hmm.
Sir, I want to ask about how your story or your path to be a speaker, sir.
To be a speaker.
Hmm.
What? Basically, okay, I just to be real, yeah. Anyway, I never dreamed to be a speaker.
Oh, really, sir?
No, no. But a lot of people say that I'm a good speaker. I don't know why.
Yeah, of course.
For
You.
me, it's a gift, basically. I never learned how to speak well. I never joined a course, join a session to be a good speaker. But maybe my jobs push me to do that. S- Um, I'm having a business in creative industry. I lead a company. So basically, my job is to deliver value, and how to deliver value is by communicating. Uh, in this past like 9 to 10 years, basically, I'm just talking every day. My job is talking and meeting and talking and meeting from 8 to 12 a.m. 12 p.m. basically. So maybe unconsciously, I train myself, and unconsciously, there's a lot of a vocabulary in my brain built when I'm speaking. So it makes me maybe a good speaker in your perspective, but not for me anyway. But if you think so, maybe it's because every day I learned to speak well. It's about how you keep learning and learning, even you have been a good speaker. I have like these notes here. Okay, uh, we need to make a communication as our habit anyway. So uh, try to make your conversation intentionally every day to people. So you have to have like intention when you're speaking. What message that I want to share this time? So make a small winning from every conversations. It will make your habit in everyday conversation. So unconsciously, uh, basically, you are training yourself. Basically, that's the pattern that I make in my career.
Okay, training.
Training
Yeah.
unconsciously.
Okay. Okay, maybe last question, guys. The question from CZTDX. I don't know how to say. He asked, does saying during a presentation disconnect the connection between the presenter and the viewer?
Yeah, a lot of and everything. Yes,
Like
maybe it.
that.
Yeah, yeah. But basically, I learned along the way. Most of good communicator or maybe lecturers say that don't use and everything. Yeah, we cannot use that if it's a lot of you use that repeatedly. Yeah, it will disconnect the connection between you and the audience. But let's just be real, nothing's perfect. Then the imperfection makes you perfect basically. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. You cannot use it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, it's okay. But the way to reduce that things is to breathe and stop. I have told you in the I forget in the presentation, you need to breathe, you need to slow down. Basically, the mistakes that we make in conversation because we are too fast to talking. And remember, communication is not about speaking, it's about understanding and listening. So don't talk too much. Maybe if you talk too much, there's a lot of mistakes that you can make. So maybe you try to listening, you try to understand and to breathe so that you can reduce that mistakes. That's for me. Is it quiet? Uh, do you get the answer, or am I not clear?
No, it's a good answer.
Yeah. I really want to answer all of this uh, question. Yeah, maybe for committee, I will give a proposal to have like offline class with you guys. Is that possible? Okay. I'm looking forward to do that anyway. If
Yeah.
you guys want to, yeah.
Okay. So guys, here in Sotselbis Excel, we are not only make an event about a guest lecture online via Zoom meeting, online meeting. So we also make some event about an online event, how to pitch, how to make a product, how to create an ideas into your reality, how to create from your maybe an ideas from out of thin air into a real product that you can hold in your hands. So it's very very pleasure to having Mr. Jeremiah Lumbanto being here. We are looking for a next collaboration in our next event. We are very very hoping full we can meet in another event, especially in offline event, so we can
Yeah.
directly interacting between each others and getting the insight and the experience from the practical one from the expert, which is Mr. Jeremy Alumbantobing.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's an honor. It's an honor for me anyway. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, it's a refreshing talk, sir.
Thank
From
you.
refers to next level, that actually what we all need as student preparing to present our project, right?
Yes.
And yeah, maybe that's it, Jeremiah. And thank you for all participants for the thoughtful question. There was a truly engaging discussion. So,
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So thank you so
Uh,
much for all of you. Basically, what I promised is I will send that GoPay, Dana, or OVO. Just please let me. But most of it, I'm really grateful for having you guys here. It's a refreshing time for me as well because I love to sharing my experience. I hope I can meet you in the real life one day or in the next session. Thank you so much.
okay, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Jeremiah. The message here that we got from our this event focus on presenting. So we are trying to present. So we are focused on presenting what our point. Don't don't get into much a script, a text. So be calmly as possible, be natural as possible. Focus on ourselves, breathe, and focus that we are presenting. We are trying to present our ideas from ourselves to any other else. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Jeremiah, and for all of the audience that already attending this Google these sessions. Kindly scan the QR code that we already put inside below the videos, so you guys can attend this meeting by scanning the QR code. Thank you so much, Mr. Jeremiah
Thank you.
and
Can
the
I leave the room,
moderator.
Nini?
yes,
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Bye bye.
bye bye,
Have a great
sir.
day. Bye.